Hey guys, welcome back to Naughty Styles. As you can tell, we're not in Kansas anymore. We are actually back in Turkey. We got quite a few comments asking us why we did not film and show you the tour of the Bearing 70 back at the Cannes Yachting Festival last year. Well, that's because we knew we're gonna get an opportunity to show you the brand new version of the 70. So we're here in Antalya, Turkey to do a tour of the brand new Bearing 70. Get ready. I hope you guys are ready for this, and of course we could not do this tour alone. We had to have the man himself. Alexei, the founder of Bearing, is here and he's gonna do this tour with us. Thanks for having us back. A lot of people were saying, I hope you guys are going back to Bearing to film the new 70 and the new 145. So we're happy to be here.
Good to have you here.
So we are on the brand new 70. We've been on the hull number 1.
Hull number 1, yes.
And now we're on hull number 2. And we were lucky enough to actually be underway for both vessels. So it's definitely very interesting. It feels like there was some changes and some interesting improvements. So maybe as we go along, you can tell us a little bit.
Yes, on the outside,
Yeah.
you wouldn't find many changes even if you put them next to each other. However, all the changes on the inside, the layout, and somewhat even architecture of the boat, I would say, is different.
Okay.
So, and I will give you some comparison.
Perfect. Sounds good. If you guys haven't seen the tours of some of the other Bearings as 77 and the 145 in the build, you can check it out right here in a pop-up if you're watching on a mobile device, or I will put it in the description underneath the video. So what I was saying is, as you would expect from a Bearing, this is going to feel a lot bigger than the size on the model that you see. Everything feels really big and beefy. So the same thing as we walk through this one. Just remember it's a 70.
So is it still steel hull?
Steel hull, aluminum superstructure.
Got it.
So you see here is a transom gate. One side is a passerelle and one side is a stairs down. So it's very simple. We have showers on both sides, hot and cold water showers, pretty traditionally equipped. And this gate pantograph door lead to crew quarters and the engine room.
Which we're gonna see later.
Which we're going to see afterwards, exactly.
Yes.
Okay, let's go up.
But a massive swim step.
Yeah, it's pretty big. How big is this platform?
It's about 7 feet. So you can
Yeah.
put lounge chairs here.
Oh yeah,
You can put a little
layout.
table, you can put
Yeah.
a couple of chairs. It's really cool.
And it's pretty amazing that it barely moves.
Yeah. Speaking of that, when we were on the way over here, we didn't even have the stabilizer on.
We didn't, right?
Nope.
I mean, we had a little bit of swell and it didn't feel like anything.
Walking up to the cockpit, we got two really good size, one on either side, bollards here, and some winches to actually pull you in backwards if you do mad more.
So this feels a bit bigger.
Yeah, you're right. It's about 1.5 feet longer overall.
Okay.
So it's plenty of space for dancing, for
Yeah, it's
moving around, for
it's a
whatever.
big space.
And it's a comfortable table for 8.
Yeah.
So we have 6 passengers plus 2 crew. You know, technically all together can share the meal over this table.
That's how we like it. We like to make sure the crew is included.
And also just realizing like it's completely protected. The floor of the top deck goes all the way aft.
Yeah, totally protected. Yeah, it looks like you
Yeah,
can
it's
easily
enclosed
close it
closable.
all around.
We have this as an option with the zip-up doors here where you're standing right now. And so
Yeah.
it's fully enclosed and it could be climate controlled. We can add units here for control the temperature in this
Either
room.
heat it or cool it.
Yeah, for either very hot or very cold environments, maybe it's a good option. As well as the enclosure for the flybridge.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
What else do we have here?
Here we have a sink and we have
A little prep area here.
yeah,
Cocktails.
so prep area, cocktails, fridge, freezer, ice maker, trash can.
Everything you need to,
Everything
to
we
do
need
some
to-
cocktail service here.
That
Right.
was not on the previous model, right?
There was
It
something.
was,
Was there?
yeah, here was, I believe it was a French doors. Yes, French
that's
door,
right,
wider
that's
door
right,
here.
that's right.
And it was a small sink area here.
On the starboard side,
So, and actually option for this window is to go down or to be lift up hatch because we changed the layout of the salon and the galley is here and the galley is sort of like in a center position of the boat.
Very
you can
cool.
service meals here or inside.
Yeah,
Which is
I think I
awesome.
would totally use it like that.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Oh, so this is the crazy shocks again.
yeah. It's not that bad.
Oh,
No.
this is really strong. Are you kidding me? That's very strong, you guys. Oh my god, I'm scared.
Nothing is happening.
Oh, it's very soft.
Let me try. You don't
Opening.
need to hold, like you open
Ah.
and then when you close you like do like this.
Well, I just thought
That's
it would
it.
slam, but it
No.
doesn't. It's
No,
like
it's have
super
a-
soft. It just goes. Okay, it's still really strong.
So then I see you have high voltage outlets here,
Yes.
which are water protected. They're an enclosure. Super cool.
And nice subwoofer, new generation of Fusion.
Flush mount.
I saw that.
Yeah.
And
He noticed it immediately when he arrived. He goes,
I was like,
oh.
flash
compared to the previous model, pretty good sound.
I bet.
We'll check
Well,
it
you've
out.
been hanging out with Rico, huh?
Yeah, this is pretty much standard for all our boats. We have a fire suppression system.
Here?
It's a high pressure connecting
Oh, I see
point.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a connecting
yeah.
point, and it's pretty powerful fire pump, which could be also emergency bilge pump.
Oh, so you
it's a
have
dual
manifolds?
purpose. Yeah, with a manifold, you can have a pretty powerful firefighting station.
Is
on
that
this
a
boat.
class thing, or is it something you just want to have on the boat? You.
We believe that it's a good safety feature,
Okay.
and we put it on each and every boat. It's not required by class for the boat
But it's
under
required by
24
Alexi.
meter. It's required by bearing, I would say.
Required by bearing, check
That.
mark.
Yes, it's a backup system for the bilge.
Makes sense.
Because we have individual pumps in each compartment, 2 per compartment, and this is the backup for these 2 rather small pumps.
Yep.
You know, we know them, like 4,000 gallons
Mm-hmm.
an hour, and this pump is about 12,000 gallons an hour. Same as it's done on super yacht. On this yacht, we implicate a lot of features which belongs to super yacht class only.
Mm-hmm.
So they're here, and I will show and explain how it's worked.
Love it.
Okay,
Love it.
let's keep going forward, yeah? So I see some boarding doors on
So just
each
quickly,
side.
what is that hatch
Oh,
for
yeah.
here?
This is the secondary access to the engine room.
Oh, got it.
So
okay.
if we go in underway, it's sometimes unsafe to pass through the swim platform, and this is the direct way with the stairs to the engine room.
Mm-hmm.
We have the side boarding doors on both sides. As before, this is very tall. As
It's
you told me,
standard.
it's standard, but
It's standard.
It's kind of unusually tall.
Guys, it's standard. This is comfort. When like this, the center of gravity of your body is under, you safe. Doesn't matter how boat moves, you will naturally not be thrown over.
Well, as we were underway, not that the boat was moving much at all, but it was interesting. I've noticed that normally when I'm underway and I walk back and forth, I tend to kind of have my hand around the railing just as a precaution, like in case the boat would move. But here, I feel really good just walking. Like I didn't feel the need to even have my hand, I guess because it's so tall. And it just felt like you didn't need anything. I was just walking with, my hands down.
It's also maybe because of the nature of the motions. They're so predictable to
Yep.
you on subconscious level that your body don't give
didn't
you
feel
any
like,
signal
yeah.
to grab anything.
So true.
Because you can predict what happened next and you can shift the balance
I haven't.
without working on it.
We've never been on a cruise ship, but it feels like I guess the small cruise ship would feel like the movements take a long time.
That's the benefit of the heavy
Yeah,
displacement
and
boat.
you can see for the contrast the motion of
Oh yeah,
Hysocat,
how
which
it's
is
moving. Yeah.
docked next. It's moving, and our boat have not even half-degree roll
Nothing,
at this
yeah.
point.
Pretty much nothing. Okay, let's keep going forward. Nice overhead, tons of lighting above us. Look at it. Wait, he just keeps walking by everything so fast. Why are you
Okay,
going so fast?
point it out.
Okay, so these I really like. We just recently saw them somewhere, and look, they're here now. So I like how they just stay out of the way.
For your
And-
center line?
Yeah, and of course the shaving protection for all the lines. Nice.
Really well done.
Yeah.
Another thing what I noticed I've seen on other boats, this is nicely rounded here, so it's not becoming a sharp corner like on some other boats I've worked on,
Yeah.
where actually the shaving protection is the one which is destroying the line.
Because it's too sharp on the
It's
corners.
too sharp on the corners, yeah.
These windows look so big. So we have our side entrances to the
Pilot
house, to the helm here, and then going forward. Welcome to the bow. Yeah, like you said, this doesn't feel quite different. It's the same, right?
It's nearly identical. We make this sort of trunk, I would say, here in front of the pilot house, a little bit more spacious. We lift up the bed,
Okay, I want you to
So-
open this, Rico.
so it's a very
Did you say a little bit more spacious?
yeah. It's
Wow.
It's a good space. You can put the diving compressor here, the cradle for the diving bottles.
Overflow stateroom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little prison.
This could be a kid's stateroom here.
This is crazy big.
Wow.
I don't think it translates, but because
the
it's
cool thing
really,
is-
really large.
You don't even need to deflate your fenders.
No, you
Yes.
just throw them in.
And this is pretty large as well.
Wow.
You know, if I would use the boat, I probably would use that as a line storage. This is a fender storage, and then obviously have more equipment in there, water toys in there as well, stuck in the back.
Oh, you can totally put all your inflatable, like stand-up paddleboard,
It's so much space.
like a floating
Yeah,
platform
yeah.
and stuff.
Alexi, for a 70-footer, this seems a little overkill in terms of dual anchors, really?
Dual anchors, standard, as a dual main engines, as a dual everything vital. This is a safety equipment first. It's not your comfort equipment, it's a safety equipment. So you have to have a redundancy.
So, but typically when you anchor, you use one anchor at a time?
Typically, yes, unless you're in the tight areas where you don't want to swing too much.
Yeah.
Mediterranean way you see here, we just fix our position with the lines in stern and on the bow. It's very deep waters. We're staying over probably 40 feet of water right here, and next is rocks right next to us.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, being able to be that close to shore and still having proper depth, pretty amazing. Especially coming back from the Bahamas.
I know. But you and I found like a deep, cool spot that would be pretty neat. You can actually do the same thing and tie up to the back.
Well, we're scoping out already anchorages for a new boat, right?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, what
All
else?
right, massive storage locker, storage, what do you call it?
Compartment?
It's
Storage
it's
compartment?
big storage compartment. It's dry. It's ventilated, and we store inflated fenders, so it saves you a lot of time. You just throw them in. It could be lines, it could be your equipment, whatever
Yeah.
you want to put here. It's dry,
That's
ventilated.
Husband storage?
Husband
Husband
storage,
storage, yeah.
prison.
But now,
Parser.
now there's no need to put the fenders anymore in this locker. You can
You
use
can
it all
just-
for toys.
Yeah, totally. Oh, you know what? There were people asking us last time if there could be any other cushions but white, which I thought was funny. I guess we should have explained that these are actually not
It's
cushions.
a covers.
This is just covers, you guys.
Yeah, it's a towel, feel like
Like a-
normal towel, like a bath
like
towel.
like a terracotta towel.
Yeah.
And this is actually just to
It's
protect
a zip on.
the actual cushions which are underneath, which new
Yeah.
owner is gonna get to use. You do your shakeouts, or what is it, shakedowns? What do you guys call it?
Test runs.
Yeah, that
Shakedowns.
you have to do.
Shakedowns.
You do like a month
No.
of this, right?
The owner taking this boat in a couple of days.
Right.
He taking it for 2 weeks. And then we're planning to go to Bulgaria on this boat, and it will be 2 events
Oh, cool.
in Bulgaria. And you're welcome, by the way.
Nice.
We're starting operation in Burgas. It's
You're
a-
opening up in,
the
in Bulgaria.
bearing production plant in
Wow.
Bulgaria. It's Eurozone, and we are starting with Hysocat production, bearing marine production as well. Also, it's day of the port. It's one of the largest ports in Bulgaria.
Yeah.
So a lot
So
of
you're expanding. There's
We-
not enough space for you here.
yes, we constantly in search of space.
How many
definitely.
bearings are in build right now?
16.
Wow. How many were in builds when we were here like last year in June?
That's almost a year ago, right?
Yeah, almost a year
Three
ago.
quarters of a year.
7, 8.
Wow. That's
Seven.
insane. All right, shall we keep going?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Should we close it before somebody folds it?
These hatches lead to the chain locker, which also accessible. It's a large chain locker. We can put extended chains, I believe, up to 200 meters on each side. And we've seen multiple hatches on the inner side of the bulwark. So it's mostly ventilation or water in, something out. So all these connections are done inside of the bulwark. If any spill of any kind, it comes inside of this certain compartment, not inside of the boat, not outside of the boat. It's gonna stay in if you address it on time. You have a few minutes to react on this.
Yeah.
So you have an overflow pretty much in each vent or intake.
Which is super important. I mean, environmentally important,
Yeah.
not being able to have any of that spill going overboard.
Totally.
Or
right.
anywhere into the boat.
So on the bollards also, maybe it's a little bit not noticeable, but they're sculptured. They're not your cheap Chinese bollards. The bollards are shaped individually. It's our in-house work. All the gunnels you see behind this bollard, you see a nice shaped gunnel. It's all in-house production. We do all our stainless in-house because the quality of stainless is important and we tightly control it. And of course, craftsmanship is always important.
So wait, I want to learn this word. What is this called?
gunnel.
Gunnel? Like
Yeah.
a tunnel, but a gunnel?
A gunnel. It came from the old ships, you know, battleships.
Yeah, yeah.
Where they have a guns.
Oh, gunnel.
So, and it's a gunnel port.
Ah.
So you shoot through this, but we shoot lines.
Better shoot lines than anything else.
Yeah, right. This is solid, right?
No, it's pipes. It's not solid like it's cast.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
welded, but
Pretty
with
thick.
very thick wall pipes
Yeah.
and plates. The bottom plate is 30 mm. So where it's went through, it's have a spikes, and it's through with the backing plate through the deck, and with the reinforcement with the frames, you can put two lines and tow this boat using this.
Wow.
And of course, for reinforcement, this is the strongest one, sort of like a Samson post. You see, it's stocky little guy, and it's always up, and it's super strong. You can tow with this one through the forward gunnels.
Wow.
Ring the bell.
I know. Before you
It's
guys
time.
go, I want to know.
Do it.
All right.
I did-
just как на студия.
I did sound the horn earlier and it's really loud. I might have to do it again. So our pilot house we see later. Going to the flybridge. Kind of puts in perspective is when you go up this flybridge, how tall, how many stairs there are.
It is pretty tall. It's
Right?
over 8 feet,
Yeah.
I guess.
Then you know
Yeah.
like the actual ceiling up there, it's tall.
And it is a proper staircase.
Correct. Which makes me very happy. Should we start at the helm and work our way
Walk
back?
our way back?
Yeah, you guys
sure.
start at the helm.
Yeah. So here is a full helm. You can operate vessel from here. You have all necessary alarms, navigation, engine controls, thruster controls. You can steer with a jog or with this proportional steering wheel.
Yeah.
And of course you have a horn here.
Are you really gonna
May I?
Okay.
do the short one?
Is someone gonna come over here because we did it?
No.
That's a proper horn. That's a really good horn. You need that on your car,
It's
Rico.
a super yacht horn, guys. Don't forget, we walking on the pocket super yacht. It's got to have a voice.
So Alexi, is that a standard on bearings? Because
Yeah,
I've seen it on the 77 as well.
Yeah, this is standard on bearing. It's a great company, Data. They manufacture in Istanbul, Turkey. They came from commercial. They equip with their steering and mooring equipment. They equip icebreakers.
Oh wow.
So large commercial ships, and they're about 10, 12 years ago went to the yacht world. And I think it's the superior product. We couldn't get any better.
That's amazing.
And it's widely used worldwide, and the Dutch and German manufacturers prefer this brand over the local brands.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
very good steering, high redundancy, reliability, commercial product. For example, for 140 we did independent steering for two rudders. So
Oh, wow.
you can independently with two wheels steer two rudders. You can walk sideways You virtually no need of thrusters.
Wait, do that face again. Do that face again.
That is kind of cool. Having the ability, like honestly, like so many times, especially if you have a little bit of older boats where you don't have a bow or stern thruster, being able to maneuver your rudders separately from each other would make all the difference. Like you said, I mean, you're pretty much creating almost a pod-driven vessel.
Pretty much.
You know, if the rudders are behind the props and they get proper push, that would be a huge difference.
Yeah, and new joystick systems can adopt the command of this system. You can have more flexibility with maneuvering.
So this vessel is outfitted with Furuno electronics, right?
As the rest of our vessels, we prefer Furuno for this purpose, for this size and function of the vessel. We prefer Furuno. It's highly integratable product. We integrate ship monitoring system with Furuno screens and the camera controls and many other features in the system. And it's good sensors, radar sensors, the GPS, sounders. So it's very solid.
And usually it's a brand
high-end
you find in commercial applications,
on
right?
commercial application. And look at the masts of Super Yacht area of any boat show. 80-90% is Furuno.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's probably answers.
I'm just noticing up here as well. This yacht is two-tone, right? The hull is like this blue-gray. I don't know what it's
It's
called.
a three-tone.
It's a three-tone. Where
It's
is
a three-tone.
Well, the black, right?
We have a black on the superstructure,
Okay.
and we have darker gray on the hardtop
Okay.
and flybridge,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we have light gray on the hull. So
That's-
it's sort of reverse, I would say. Usually
Huh.
hull is darker
Yeah,
and
yeah.
upwards is lighter, but
It looks really cool.
so
Was that owner's decision or was it your guys?
owner's decision.
it's kinda
He
cool.
liked the color of hull number one.
Yeah.
But we
Wanted to bring a little
wanted
something
to
else
bring
to it.
something else. So again, virtually these boats are looking identical. If
Right.
you would see the profiles next to each other, find 10 differences, you will not.
Yeah.
I will not.
Just a bit longer, right?
Just a bit longer, which is about 5 feet.
5 feet is a lot,
It's a lot.
actually, for
But we achieve
for
a
some
lot. I will
owners,
show
yeah.
what we achieve with this 5 feet.
So speaking of the colors, what color is your boat going to be?
Undecided yet. It's gonna be bearing 80, and we try to do bearing 80 in colors of the 70, like these gray colors of shades of gray. So far white.
So far,
White.
so
The
far it's
solid
like-
white
yeah.
is worked best. I don't know. We will keep trying,
Yeah.
but if nothing else will come to play, we will use white.
Got it. Are you gonna try this chair or?
Sure. It looks like a very comfortable chair.
Yeah, let's see it.
It's nice.
You like it?
Yeah. Let me suck
Okay.
my belly in.
Yeah.
Okay. Look.
And
Why,
you have a
like-
footrest.
You look kind of small
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
chair. Are you sitting like? Oh, there. Oh.
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 Yeah. Yeah. I look kind of small in this
yeah.
chair.
Why
Right?
do you look so small in it?
I don't know.
It doesn't even look like that big of a chair.
But this is like,
It is a pretty good view.
yeah.
All
pretty
right,
cool.
get up. Let's
All
keep
right.
going.
Let's keep going. Is that a multifunction display or is that a dedicated display for the engines, Alexi?
It's engines only.
It comes from the engine manufacturer or you guys just put in a...
It comes from the engine manufacturer, and also we put some tank information here, some
Yeah.
this and that.
What engines are on here?
Here is John Deere's.
Oh, John Deere's. Okay. So we got an electric bow and electric stern thruster.
Mm-hmm.
Then the engine monitor, which is a big flat screen actually for the engines. Then is that the autopilot control? No, that's a multifunction. That is the autopilot, right? Yeah. And then here's a Furuno remote control.
Yeah, it's full computer control.
And then we got the shift and throttle controls right here, electronic.
Yep.
What is? Oh, that's the rudder as
That's-
well. Yeah.
Rudder.
And a giant sitting area for 10.
Yes.
I don't know. It's huge.
I think it's 8 people in comfort.
And this
Yeah, it's a lot.
is like this big layout area here as well.
Yeah,
Pretty
this
neat.
is my favorite
Yeah.
place on previous boat, which we use as a demo. So this is where I prefer to sleep.
Yeah. It's
when
a-
the weather like this.
It's a good napping spot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You
At
spent
night.
You spent a lot of time on that
I
70, right?
spent,
During COVID,
3
heavy
months.
COVID times.
Non-stop,
Lockdown?
consecutive 3 months, mostly anchored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with a family of 3 and dog.
2 dogs or 1 dog? 2
One.
dogs. One.
No, we had one back then.
Oh, okay, got
Yeah,
it.
the king.
The king. If you guys remember the king. It's hard to forget. Well, I wanted to ask you, is there an option to have like a
Yeah.
table with the space in the middle to go in and out? I know
Absolutely.
people ask that a lot.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting because I mean it's like a preference choice, right? Like you have this huge table, which is nice to gather around, but also sometimes people go, well, it's kind of hard to get in and out. I would like to have the space in the middle. So you could do that, right?
Yeah.
Semi-custom, you can do whatever you want.
And again, I see like a 220 outlet. I mean, this is a European boat, so there's a 220 outlet there. This would be a US boat. There could be a 110 outlet there.
Absolutely.
And is
Comes in
that
super handy.
storage compartment there?
Everything under these
Storage
cushions
there.
are storage. I don't know, for long trips, maybe provisioning goods here.
Whatever you would
So-
put here. All right, as we keep going aft, I also see a subwoofer.
Yeah, there's another subwoofer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's another zone. It's 4 speakers overhead. This is your second galley. Actually, it's a full galley with a grill, electric grill, 2-burner hub, and freezer and
Oh, it's a freezer.
refrigerator.
This is the
This
boat's
is freezer.
There's the freezer. Oh, okay.
Freezer.
And refrigerator.
So it's a real outdoor kitchen,
yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
and storage down there.
And storage and large sink.
Yeah. Wow, it's really like unusually soft.
I believe
Gasket?
it's new kind of shocks. They have
because
sort
of-
of like stoppers. Or,
Yeah. And I think because of this gasket thing, it's so soft.
Yeah, gasket is softening up.
On this side is also storage, right?
From here on, it's kind of like work area. This is the big storage box mainly for gasoline, because now it's illegal to make the gasoline integrated storage. So it's a gasoline tanks. You can pack probably 50, 70, 80 gallons here
For your tender.
for the tender.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Got it.
And it's safe.
Also, it's a alarm for fumes. So if you have excessive fumes, leak, open can, so you will be aware.
Alarm. Oh, wow. Got
Alarm.
it.
So this is our favorite steelhead marine crane, very popular model, 1500 pounds, and the aluminum dinghy from Ukraine.
Okay.
It's 3.6 meters, so nice 5-seater. It's aluminum,
Wow.
yeah. A lot of customers prefer aluminum nowadays because you can easily beach on this nice private beach here, but with a gel coat covered boat, you would be really hesitant. On aluminum, if you go slow and watch carefully, you find.
Could you fit a larger tender on here still?
Yes, yes. I think 4.2 with 60 horsepower is good.
Perfect.
Good size for this
Yeah.
boat. However, we developing new model in 2022. This boat will undertake some changes, and it will be a wider boat by 3 feet. We widening this boat and 3 feet of LOA. It will be the same model, bearing 70 of 2022. The construction will start this summer.
And not
Ever
too-
evolving
Everyone,
Alexi.
Yeah,
it's
not-
never stopping
Yeah.
process. We never say we're done with
No.
the model and we'll produce next 25 years this model. No, it's evolution, it's perfection. How to say, we want to reach in each boat, because each boat represents certain class. We want to reach the limit, the edge. That's the ultimate goal.
And I have heard, little birdie told me actually, that in 2030, the 70 will be almost 100 feet long.
and 36 foot wide.
We're adding 5 foot and keep it called 70. So, yeah.
No, but that's what I love about you. I mean, there are certain manufacturers and certain shipbuilders that are just going like, this is our model that sells great, like we're not going to change a thing. And you kind of go, well, it's kind of time. There are certain things that still evolve. You got to evolve with the model. Of course, you keep the good things, but you keep evolving on other things that could be improved on.
And the feedback from the
From the
customers
customers.
is the most important source of perfection.
Yep.
And why this boat was redesigned without any sort of like customer's request, because I spent 3 consecutive months on this boat.
You were the customer for 3
I
months.
were a customer, I was a citizen basically during the COVID time with a little freedom. So I spent a lot of time and I analyzed every inch of this boat, and I found the best configuration in this sort of size, and I needed just 5 feet, so we added it.
Got it. just
But
like
another
And-
thing which stands out to me right away again, you guys do all the stainless steel work in-house, you said, right?
Yes.
I mean, I'm looking at the welds, which are so perfectly polished out, so you can't see any. It's a piece of art.
It is.
it is really well done.
Our stainless steel shop is rather large because the volume of the boats we built at the time, but it's closer to art than to anything else, because it's all handmade, all this perfection of radiuses and flowing of the steel is incredible.
Now these spotlights here, these LED lights, is that a standard option on the Bearing 70 if you would want to purchase one?
It's all standard. Everything you see here is sort of standard.
So I'm looking up in the mast there, I see a surveillance camera. Is that standard as well?
It is standard, yes. We have 6 cameras on this boat, aft looking, forward looking, and the forward looking serves the purpose. It's a high res camera, and we can project this camera on the TV, large TV, 65-inch TV in the salon, and the salon becomes 360 degrees salon. So
Wow.
you're basically sitting, and your forward looking window is your TV with the camera up on top.
Even though technically there is a wall there because the
It's a
pilot
wall.
house is there. Yeah.
So yes, this TV behind the screen, we will turn it on, I think, when we
Oh,
get
that's
in.
amazing.
That's so
That's
cool.
so cool. Yeah, yeah.
So these are just like work lights? What are these?
Yeah, all lights are LED. We don't use halogen anywhere anymore. So it's all LED. Underwater lights are LED. All the floodlights, searchlights, everything is LED.
So question, when I was flying the drone, I saw the solar panels up on the roof.
Yeah.
What is the house bank looking like? Is it lithium ion? Is it AGM?
It's
is
a
it...
lithium ion. It's a 50 kilowatt hours. It's an inverter type boat. So it's all run, including AC, everything run on inverters. It's the way we do all boats under 24 meters now. And this large bank allow you to stay with no generator, no sounds of any sort for overnight at least, if you run full AC.
Oh, wow.
If you're not, 2, 3, 4 days, depends of your consumption.
Without running a generator.
Without running it. And then generator will kick in, work at perfect 80% load, 2 simultaneously, by the way. Right now the logic made here is 2 simultaneously run. You got 40 kW charge. You charge it up in less than 1 hour. You know, you're going between 30, 40% and 90%.
Yeah.
They work for 40 minutes and shut down. And you're good
And
to
you're
go
good
for
again.
another few days.
That's amazing. So, and that is standard now on all
On all
boats
boats.
under 24 meters?
Under 24 meters,
Wow.
correct. We have optional shaft generators adding to the system. You can optionally increase the bank to a certain extent, depends on the model. And you can also add and build this system up to a full parallel hybrid. When your shaft generators become a propulsion engines, so you can go on generators, on batteries only, or when you go on the main engines for distances crossing the ocean, one engine working at a time, and it generates enough electricity for your hotel load.
Yeah, yeah.
So this configuration, it's sort of, you just adding to the system, but the big lithium bank and inverting is our main source of electricity.
Amazing.
Here. However, you can switch to traditional mode where your generator supply the AC power right to your breaker.
Oh, okay. So you have the option.
Yes, you can get straight to generator. If you want to bypass
I just love your face,
this
Rico.
thing, you can get straight to traditional. Same for the shore power. You don't need any more converters because you run your shore through the chargers, which work same way as your isolating transformer and as you, however we put it in anyway. But a charger isolates in general. And we charge in the batteries.
And then again, you just run
And
go
again,
through the
battery is
inverters. And,
shaving all the peaks. You can set manually how much amperage you pull from the shore.
Yeah.
You can manage it because sometimes your breaker is not what it say. Sometimes you don't have enough. Sometimes it's 15 amps only,
Yeah.
and you just manually setting. Okay, I'm taking not more than 15, but continuously.
Yeah.
And the battery is shaving off all the peaks of
because
consumption.
depending, like speaking of Bearing as an explorer yacht, and especially if you get to the bigger sizes, I mean, you get to remote areas where electricity is not always stable. Like, and you're
exactly
dealing
right.
with, it's supposed to be 220, but it's actually just, whatever,
Yeah,
198.
And this is beauty of the chargers. Yeah, they generally take Victron chargers we use. They generally take from 100 volts to 300 something volts.
Okay, so
So
it doesn't
whatever
matter.
AC, DC, doesn't matter how dirty this electricity is, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All you get is 24 volts, 28 volts, whatever they supply to your battery bank.
And then you inverting on a
And
stable
then
rate from
we're
your batteries.
inverting and getting our perfect
Yeah.
electricity on board from the inverters.
So like
cleanest possible.
A true world cruiser.
It is. It doesn't matter if it's frequency, different frequencies. It's work from 40 to 75 hertz.
Yeah, I would want to
So-
build one now.
I was gonna point out, I mean, even this little contraption here is perfectly beautiful. You know,
Yeah.
usually you just see like this hanging on the ropes, even on super yachts sometimes. There's just no like proper placement for it. So nicely welded and done. There's a couple of life rafts, right? What's the capacity on the life raft?
We got capacity for 24. We have space for 6 passengers and 2 crew. Technically, it's 8. So we have double capacity.
And that's for ocean crossings or something, right? Or for longer period. I mean, if you stay near coastal, I think you could have more, right?
Yes,
I believe.
yes. Near coastal, you can have a.
If you're cruising in the Miami Bay, you probably will have 60 people on this yacht. That's how they cruise over there.
yeah, yeah, that's
Hanging
right.
over the side of the boat. Should we see the interior? I think everyone's dying to see. This is where most of the changes went, right? The
Yes.
interior layout and stuff.
Yes, I think this interior most people take as a sort of radical approach. However, it's custom.
The designer, it's
the
totally
designer
custom.
and customers of this boat came with their own designer who basically set up the color scheme and basically the ambience of this boat.
Yeah,
So
but
we will
Alexei
see
is
it.
saying it's custom, and it's totally up to you what you want to do, but it might not be somebody else's taste, but it's definitely somebody else's taste. So this yacht was done to the spec of the owner, so
Exactly.
But with the new layout,
with the new layout.
With new layout.
which I'm
definitely.
excited to see.
Yes, so let's show everybody what is different from the hull 1 to hull 2 when it comes to the layout.
Okay.
Okay, we'll follow
I'm
you.
following, guys.
Hi, Alexei. Couldn't do it without him. Look at this thing. Look at this. Look at this thing. What? And we knew we might just get an opportunity to what? Help.
Get into the groove.
Okay, so then what?
How's my hair? Is it
Yep.
okay?
Fabulous.
Yep. Go ahead.
I'm getting the groove. You said get in the groove. All right, are you guys ready for this? We could not do this tour without the man himself. Alexei Mikhailov is here again.
Hello.
All right.
Was it too crazy?
Yeah.
Okay. They're laughing at you, Rico?
The seagulls?
Yeah. And everyone's hiding in there. It's really funny. They're all in the pilot house, like everybody. On top of each other.
5 people.
They're all
It's
in
like stacked
there,
on top of each
totally
other.
hiding.
So this boat is outfitted.
I'm trying to figure out why you're so dark. Did you
do you
just
mean?
come back from the Bahamas or something? Can't even see you. You're literally so dark in there.